Hello and welcome. In this video, we are discussing about objects and classes in Java. And if you are the first time here, subscribe to the channel by clicking the subscribe button to see the latest technology videos. So, objects and classes in Java. So, in object-oriented programming technique, we design a program using objects and classes. So an object in Java is the physical as well as logical entity, whereas a class in Java is a logical entity only. So what is an object in Java? So an entity that has state and behavior is known as an object. Example: chair, bike, pen, table, car, etc. It can be physical or logical. And the example of an intangible object is the banking system. An object has three characteristics. State represents the data or value of an object. Behavior represents the behavior functionality of an object, such as deposit, withdraw, etc. Identity. An object identity is typically implemented via a unique ID, and the value of the ID is not visible to the external user. However, it is used internally by the JVM to identify each object uniquely. Characteristics of object. State represents the data of an object. Behavior represents the behavior of an object, such as deposit, withdraw, etc. Identity is used internally by the JVM to identify each object uniquely. For example, pen is an object and its name is Reynolds, color is white, that is known as its state. And it is used to write, so writing is its behavior. An object is an instance of a class. And a class is a template or blueprint from which objects are created. So an object is an instance, a result of a class. Object definitions. So an object is a real-world entity, an object is a runtime entity, and the object is an entity which has state and behavior. And the object is an instance of a class. So what is a class in Java? So a class is a group of objects which have common properties. It is a template or blueprint from which objects are created. It is a logical entity. It can't be physical. A class in Java can contain fields, methods, constructors, blocks, nested class and interface. So class in Java has fields, methods, constructors, blocks, and nested class and interface. Syntax to declare a class is class, class name, within braces, field, method, etc. Then instance variable in Java. So a variable which is created inside the class but outside the method is known as an instance variable. So instance variable doesn't get a memory at a compile time. So a variable which is created inside the class but outside the method is known as an instance variable. And instance variable doesn't get a memory at a compile time. It gets memory at a runtime when an object or instance is created. That is why it is known as an instance variable. Method in Java. So in Java, a method is like a function which is used to expose the behavior of an object. And advantage of method is code reusability and code optimization. So new keyword in Java. So the new keyword is used to allocate memory at runtime, and all objects get memory in heap memory area. Object and class example, main within the class. In this example, we have created a student class which has two data members, ID and name. And we are creating the object of the student class by new keyword and printing the object's value. So here we are creating a main method inside the class. File student.java. Java program to illustrate how to define class and fields. Defining a student class student. Defining fields. Int ID, field or data member or instance variable. String name. Then creating main method inside the student class. Public static void main string args. Creating an object or instance. Student s1 equal to new student, creating an object of student. Printing values of the object. Then system.out.println s1.id, accessing member through reference variable. System.out.println s1.name. So the output is 0 and null. Object and class. Example, main outside the class. So in real-time development, we create classes and use it from another class. And it is a better approach than previous one. So here we can have multiple classes in different Java files or single Java file. And if you define multiple classes in single Java source file, it is a good idea to save the file name with the class name which has main method. Test student1 Java program to demonstrate having the main method in another class. So creating student class student, int id, string name. Then creating another class test student1 which contains the main method. Class test student1, public static void main string args. Student s1 equal to new student. System.out.println s1.id. Then system.out.println s1.name. So the output is 0 and null. 3 ways to initialize object. There are 3 ways to initialize an object in Java: by reference variable, by method, and by constructor. Object and class example, initialization through reference. So initializing an object means storing data into the object. So an example where we are going to initialize the object through a reference variable. Test student2.java, class student, int id, string name. Then class test student2, public static void main string args. Student s1 equal to new student. s1.id equal to 101. s1.name equal to some name. Then system.out.println s1.id plus s1.name, printing members with a white space. So output is 101 and the name. So this was a brief discussion on Java, and we'll be discussing more on Java in the upcoming videos. And if you are the first time here, subscribe to the channel by clicking the subscribe button to see the latest technology videos. Thank you for watching this video. Bye for now.